In today's short analysis video, we're going to discuss on Boeing stock. My dear friends, this stock is currently on a verge of breakout due to multiple positive factors trigger on the stock simultaneously, and as a result, it allowed us to capitalize an opportunity to buy this stock before an upside rally gets started. My dear friends, this stock is already trading near to an important resistance, and if that level get break along with that multiple positive factors which has already been materialized, then we could see a massive upside rally, probably around 20% of upside move we can see once that resistance get trigger, once that resistance get broke on closing basis. My dear friends, so the very first thing we have to make a key watch out on the resistance level for the breakout. Once that breakout we got on closing basis, then we can initiate and buy positions to capture a big upside move. My dear friends, if this stock, Boeing stock, was under correction since from June 2024, the stock has spent almost half year under corrections. And interestingly, it has given both the kind of corrections, price-wise corrections and time-wise correction too. In price-wise correction, the stock got deeply downside correction, and in time-wise correction, the stock has done the sideways consolidation, and ultimately now stock had given a multiple positive triggers, and that is giving a confirmation that stock is ready for an upside move. If you'll make a closer look over here, this was a top where the downward sloping parallel channel, this was a top where the downside corrections trigger in the form of downward sloping parallel channel. And as long as the stock was trading under this downward sloping parallel channel, the stock got triggered with back-to-back lower lows. If you'll see over here, the first lower lows trigger over here, the second lower lows over here, the third lower lows, and the last lower lows over here. And as soon as this downward sloping parallel channel got broken out on the upper side, first time we have seen the lower lows has been shifted to higher highs on closing basis, and that give us a confirmation that stock has completed the corrections, unless and until it won't give the closing below the previous low. Here we got a two major positive signal. The first positive signal is downward sloping parallel channel got broken out on the upper side, and the second positive signal is lower lows shifted to higher highs. Whenever we find the lower lows are getting tilted towards the higher highs, we take that as a confirmation that stock has completed the correction and it's ready for an upside move. And my dear friends, we will also check the diversion over here. If you place an RSI indicator, you will be surprised to know that even diversion is giving a positive diversion breakout. If you'll see over here, the price actions tilting on the downside, but the same thing, if you see, the RSI indicator is tilting on the upper end, and this was an area where we got a breakout and it's going to pump an upside momentum very soon. And finally, we will see the chart patterns. My dear friends, if you make a closer look over here, you will be able to identify the inverted head and shoulder pattern here. If you'll see over here, this is an inverted head and shoulder, this is an left shoulder, and this is an head, this is an head, and this is an again the another shoulder. And my dear friends, this is a neckline. So I just want to clarify one more thing, that we have to wait for this neckline to get breakout. So far the stock haven't given a breakout yet. My dear friends, the stock haven't given any breakout here because we haven't got any closing below above the neckline. We have to wait for the confirmation of closing above $180. So don't do immature trade unless we don't get a closing above this 180 level. And this was the important resistance which I was talking to you at the beginning of this video. So we have to wait for a confirmation for a closing above $181, and as soon as we get a closing above $181, then this head and shoulder pattern will get active to trade on the upper side, and very soon we will see the target of $220. That's almost and 20% from the neckline. From the current price it will be 20%, but there are the few resistance before this target will get achieved. So there is a target at $197. So there could be a possibility that that stock give breakout above this neckline, and it may go to face a rejection at this blue line $197, and then stock may came down to retest the neckline, and then again it initiates the upside move like this way. So you have to keep your mindset ready that you may face some rejections near 197 to $200, and again it may come back to $180 to retest the pattern, to retest the inverted head and shoulder neckline, and then it will go again back to its original phase. It will go in the form of parallel channel, somewhat like these, like Elliott waves in the 5 impulse wave. And I also want to update you, my dear friends, that this area of the neckline will act as a very strong support once it will get break on closing basis, because multiple positive factors got trigger over here. This was an area where we have seen, this was an area, my dear friends, where we have seen the upwards downward sloping parallel channel got broken out on the upper end. This was an area where we have identified the lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this was an area where we have witnessed the positive diversion between the price action and the RSI indicator. And this is an area where we have find the inverted head and shoulder pattern, that's a positive chart pattern. All we are waiting for a confirmation close above this neckline. Once we get a confirmation close above $181, then this inverted head and shoulder pattern is giving a thumbs up to go ahead with buy positions for an upside move of 20%. So my dear friends, this is it. If you like my analysis, don't forget to subscribe my channel, because it's motivate me to share with you a more breakouts, more good breakouts for you all. So my dear friends, all I want you is to please subscribe my channel, so that on regular basis I will try my level hard to give you a more good stock breakouts. Thank you friends, and if you like my analysis, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.